Hello, theatre fans, or maybe you're dressing up fans, or maybe you're crafting fans. Maybe you like to make things. Whatever reason you're here for, it's lovely to see you. My name is Arkem Mark Walton, and I'm a performer and maker and storyteller. And I like Noel Coward, who we're thinking about today, because he writes quite over-the-top characters. And also, if you look up some of his plays and see some images of them, they had quite interesting sets, big scale sets, and some very grand costume. And I like to dress up a lot. Sometimes I've dressed up as strange creatures, like a psychedelic walrus for an immersive show about Alice in Wonderland. Or sometimes I've dressed up as a mushroom. That was for National Fungus Day in Bristol a couple of years ago. And sometimes I do drag because I enjoy playing with glamorous outfits and makeup. So we're here today to make some characters, some paper characters that you can use to make a small theatre play or a small film, which you can shoot on your computer like this. So you see you have your frame here, and that's where your action, your performance can happen. So this is an example of a character we might make. I based this one on me in my outfit today, and so then you can see on my little paper person I've drawn the gown and my mustache, and then the whole little paper character is stuck onto a pole like this, which this is an old chopstick, but you could use a pencil or a skewer, and then that means you can move him on and off stage, off screen very easily without seeing my hand. So how to make one of these characters. So there's a list of things you will need accompanying the video, so if you want to gather those up you can, or you can just watch the whole video through so you have an idea of what you're going to make, and then you can always pause it as well and rewind to catch up with what I'm up to. But I'm going to go through it quite fast. So the first thing we need to do is think about what character are we going to make. So if you just get a piece of paper like this, any kind of white paper, and then just start thinking about any kinds of characters and write them down. So you might think about animals, maybe like a cat or a bear or an octopus, or magical animals like a unicorn, or different kinds of characters like aliens, superheroes, astronauts, pirates, wizards, ballet dancers, cowboys, cowgirls, cowpeople, any kind of character. Oh, dinosaurs, don't forget dinosaurs, that you'd like to do. Put them down on your piece of paper till you've got a whole load of ideas. Then have a look at that list and think about who you'd really like to make first. Because remember, you can make a few characters, and in fact once you've got a couple, it means they can interact together to make your performance. So from my list I'm going to pick out a couple. I pick out cat and astronaut, like that, and I'm going to put those together to make an astronaut cat. So then on the other side of the paper, that's what I'm going to write in the middle, astronaut cat. That's my character. You write yours. And then all around it, write some ideas for what the character looks like. What are they wearing? What do they like to do? Are they carrying anything? Do they have any accessories for their job or things that they like to do? So I have my astronaut cat, and I said they might have a suit, silver suit, tabby fur, a toolbox. They love pilchards. So I had all those ideas and I put them down, and they help me when I'm coming to draw my character. So then on another piece of paper, it's time to start drawing your character. I would start with pencil first, so that if you make any mistakes you can rub them out, and then when you're happy with the design, go over it with an ink pen, a felt tip, then you can colour in the details. So make sure your figure is quite big, so that when they're on screen they're easily seen. And this is my astronaut cat. There we go. And if it's just on paper, you might want to stick it, the whole thing, before you cut it out, stick it onto card with some paper glue. One of my favourite kinds of card to use is just the inside of a cereal packet, because we often have those in the house, and it's really nice card on the inside. So stick your character onto card, cut them out. There we go. I've cut mine out. Then you need to get your pole. This is an old chopstick, and you just sellotape it flat to the bottom of your character. And of course you need to colour your character in. Maybe you use some paper that you had before, some old wrapping paper, some decorative papers you might have, or you could go through a magazine and find some patterns, or you could even go through a magazine and find a character that you like. I found this lady in the middle, but then in the picture her arms weren't very clear, so I added on new arms and I gave her this jaunty hat. Or how you might use the paper for the costume is, I found this face with a headdress that I quite liked, and it reminded me of the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. So I took that, I stuck it onto card, I drew a whole new body with arms, and then for the dress I wanted to have some fancy decorations, so I actually used some old wrapping paper and creased it up like that to make it look like the fabric when I glued it on. Or then you might find some characters that you just take totally out of the paper. So I found this guy leaping, and I recoloured his clothing, and then I put him on a stick on an angle, so he could be like a superhero flying around. And then you could also have some animals. Great, so once we've got a few characters made, mounted on sticks, remember you might need to put card on the back to make them stand up straight, because that's quite important. You don't want them wobbling over. Then it's time to make a little set. And so again, you can use a very straightforward one, is just to use the inside of a cereal packet. Then I drew on some details, and if you fold the flaps, either one inside, one outside, one inside, then it will stand up by itself. And then I'm just going to turn the camera around, and I've set up my cardboard backdrop with drawn on furniture, and then I can bring in my characters. Oh, hello there. What a lovely room. Why, thank you. I decorated it myself. It's exquisite, my dear. Or if you really want to put the work in, you can make a little cardboard theatre like this. This was just the end of a box with the curtain shape cut out, and I put a top on. And then this is some old fabric that I had. And then... Hello! Welcome to the Cardboard Theatre. The first act is Bobby the Horse. It's entirely up to you what characters you create and then where you take them. You could take them to space or to a tropical island, wherever you like. And you can also use things that you already have at home to make your set, like potted plants to make a jungle. I hope you've enjoyed today's little film, and I hope you enjoy making some cardboard costumed characters. My name's Arkem Mark Walton. It's been very lovely to see you. Thank you. Take care. Bye.